So I went to an event at a local bookshop where a published author and an agent were going to review first lines from people's books. And I was a bit negative about it going in. I thought, well, this is two posh women are going to say rude things about people's attempts at writing. But they were actually more positive than that, and it was a very interesting event. But one thing that the novelist lady said, I'll remember her name and put it in comments. I'll find her name and put it in the comments. Somebody asked her about writing style, and I thought, well, this is a really difficult question to answer. I'm not sure there's a useful answer to this. And she said something that I thought was really interesting. She said, "Tell me a story." And that kind of, for me, was a very interesting way of getting into your style, not a style, your style. And you might have different ways of telling stories. You've got a way you tell a story to a child, obviously. You've got a way you used to tell stories to your parents when you were making things up or making excuses. You've got a way you probably tell a story to the police if you were found hanging over a body with a knife in your hand and blood all down your front. So there are kind of different ways of telling stories. But I think that's kind of a really interesting way into thinking about style, is to not worry about it, but to worry about telling a story in a particular kind of context. And I think that's probably one way into finding a voice. This thing that kind of, as I've been reading lots of books about writing, is one of the things that comes up over and over again is what you're trying to do by writing lots is not necessarily get the first few things that you write published and become a bestseller, etc. What you're trying to do is to find a voice, is to find a way of saying things. And I think telling a story is a good way of thinking about it.